Welcome to Father-Son Aviation Flight Sims. We are demonstrating the Saitek cockpit that we have fully set up with X-Plane 11. And we're just going to kind of sort of go over how we set this up. We now have the rudders down at the bottom. We placed that in the desk drawer. We had to remove the desk drawer in order to get the throttle and the yoke to clamp. We have our throttle quadrant mounted to the desk. Our flight yoke mounted to the desk as well, with the keyboard sort of on top. A little snowball because we're going to do a little bit of recording here in a minute in our next video. Our computer is a iBuyPower. I think it's a 930 trace. It sports a GTX NVIDIA 1060 video card and an i7 7th generation CPU. Has plenty of memory, plenty of power to run the flight simulator. We have the yoke plugged in right there at the top USB port, and we have our AverMedia recording device for flights. And that's basically our humble beginning. The Cockpit version 1. That's all we've got for now, and we're hoping to build on this later as we grow into the hobby and as we get better. I mean, we're going to build our actual flight sim, but this is enough to get us started. We have all the basic flight controls we need. We've taken the time to calibrate it, to set our buttons the way we like it. For instance, we have the parking brake set up here on the first button. We have our flaps up and down here on the second button, and we don't have gear on the Cessna 172, but we've got our third flap or third button here as our up and down gear. On the yoke, we basically set our trim as you would on an electric trim, which is normally on the yoke. You know, I know that Cessna 172 has a trim wheel, but for the purposes of our flying, it's just convenient to have it right there on the upper part of the yoke there. The hat is our views. You want to see? We can change the views up and down with our hat switch. Our ATC is the push to talk, is the button in the front there, and then we have all these other views. Basically here for the right thumb panel, we have you know, glance left, glance right, so we can get our bearings on the runway. And then we have our standard view, which is the red button, and we have outside view if we want to, you know, switch to that while we're recording. All right. We also have the map come up for this button here, the first button. So if we want to go do our map, we can do that. Now I know that this map is a simulator map. It's not really real world. It's kind of tough to get frequencies off of that. You can switch to VFR mode on the right there, but for now, I mean, this is good enough until we get more equipment. So that's it. That's our humble beginning, and we look forward to doing some inaugural flights in the simulator. And you know, getting our piloting on. All right, this is Father-Son Flight Sim. If you like this video, then please subscribe and like the video. We'll see you next time.